how much of your influence growing up, we talk about sports, we talk, you mentioned family a ton, three young boys now, entering their formative years. I mean, how much does, that your family and your influence around you drive you each and every day to, not only now, but, in that early time, like you said, young, maybe single, late 20s, early 20s guy, what was the drive? Was it always money? Was it always kind of just building the future? Kind of what kept you going in those,
Being the best.
yeah, just, because the early LO times, there are those scary times. You're just calling one number, you're calling just a voicemail over and over again. Kind of what, we have a ton of people that'll be watching this, that are newer, or, some
Yeah.
guys in the room that are newer. What was that? What kept the fire lit? Obviously, athletic competition can only take you so far. What kept that fire lit?
Yeah. So, speaking, from the loan side of it, I would say, well, first and foremost, it started with my parents. They were both very, very hardworking, two folks that I saw work their backsides off. And from, me growing up watching them work that hard, there was no way that I couldn't duplicate that. There was no way that I could look at them work and so hard to give me all these opportunities, where, I understood there were some sacrifices that were there for me to do certain things that I wouldn't, you're a kid, you're going to make mistakes, but, you're going to work hard. So, for me, I think, just kind of taking the idea when I got into the mortgage world that I felt that everyone had deserved at least a shot at home ownership. Like, the opportunity, whether, you were qualified or not, I could help you and kind of give you some pointers, but be very direct and real with you, right? I mean,
Right.
if you're not there and you want to get there, I'm going to show you how to get there, but you got to be willing to, pull your bootstraps up and do the necessary things to get you there. So that has
Definitely.
always been, I think, a driving force for me in the loan world. And as far as the motivation, I wouldn't necessarily, money comes with hard work, right? I mean, that's going to be there. And I think, I think more or less for me, it was the drive for security. And security to me meant different things in different phases of my life. So when I first started in the mortgage industry, I'm a single guy, got roommates, and I wanted to live somewhere nice. I wanted to go out and have a good time and not worry about, how I was going to pay my bills or could we have a good time.
Right.
I wanted to be the guy to walk in the room and bring my friends along with me and things like that. So then when I met my wife, or she wasn't obviously my wife at the time, but my to-be wife, then I looked at things like in our conversations of, how am I going to take care of her? How am I going to buy a house to support our family when we have kids? How am I going to, start? So my mindset just continually, it was the same and just the dedication of what you had to do, but just the why was evolving.